Hi guys, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole, and on this channel I'm attempting to cash budget my way out of debt and fix several years of financial misbehaviour. And if that's something you're interested in checking out and seeing how I'm doing, please do feel free to stick around and look at all of the other things I have produced as well for this channel. Now, as 2022 draws to a close, and thank goodness that it has, I thought it was about time I revealed my goals for 2023 for you all. This is very much part of my 2023 plan series of videos, and I've already done my savings plans, or my savings challenges plan, my debt update, and my income plans for 2023. And this is the goals part. Now, I like the idea of setting goals and intentions. I really, really do. And you'll have seen that I will set small weekly ones for myself when I do my budget. And I have found that that really, really does help in terms of guiding what I'm doing. But in terms of keeping track of like that overarching, what do I want for the year? What do I want for the month? What do I want for the quarter? I have always struggled with that. Now, I let a lot of things go from my life over the past couple of years, things that I genuinely enjoyed, my painting, my photography, my reading a book and making time to do that, hiking. I am a Duke of Edinburgh assessor. I am countryside leader and moorland and upland leader, qualified and trained. I was working on my mountain leader award in the very early stages of that pre-pandemic. I hiked, should I say, as regularly as I could, and I just let it all go, and I'm not sure how or why, but it just disappeared. I just stopped making time for things like that in my life, and I want them back, because what I have noticed, and spending time doing that self-reflecting thing that is this really obscure stuff that people on Instagram and YouTube and influencers just go on about, and it's like, self-reflect on yourself and just look inside, and you're just sitting there going like, right, okay. But I've done something like that. I looked at when I was really happy in my life and what was involved in my life and where was I financially, and I was actually not taking on more debt and kind of keeping on top of things. And what I have noticed is, as and when I've let these things go, there's nothing healthy has replaced it. I'll be completely blunt. I've gained 4 stone, and I now need to lose the equivalent of a human to get back to a weight which I want to get to. And I'm not going to disclose that weight, but I need to lose a human, basically. My fitness is atrocious. My health is like on the floor, and it contributed for the first time ever to me not being able to work in this year. My ability to track and manage my mental health and cope with that, the neurodivergency went absolutely like through the roof in terms of my coping mechanisms. They weren't there, and I realised it was letting stuff like this go. So it's coming back in. Things are coming back in. But equally, I just need to like sit down, pull my socks up, and make 2023 the year I really, really like grab my money and my financial misbehaviour by the neck and basically, like, excuse the analogy, throttle it, because I need it to work for me, not me work for it. So I'm going to take you through this one by one. If you like, please try not to read ahead, because I want to, but obviously if you do, I can't stop you, but please try not to. But these are my 2023 goals. Now, pull up a coffee. I have Mr. Hammy Dodger is back today for a hazelnut latte. Fun fact, I filmed about 4 videos already today, so we are on a roll. Now, these are in no particular order. They're not in order of priority. They're not in order of what I want to get done first. They were just, I wrote them down and this is where they sit. Now, work. Work is a priority goal for me in 2023. And that is not only working to maintain and build an income level that is sustainable and achievable and fulfills what I need to do, but it also means that, like, I'm not going to be running myself ragged all hours under the sun, thinking that that is the best way to do it. If I maintain a healthy balance to the way I'm working, that will therefore give me time to do and enjoy the other things that I want to do, and that will in turn lead to kind of renewed into something, I don't know, in work, but it's just very much feeling quite cyclical at the minute. But work is a priority, and it's also working to reintroduce healthy and enjoyable activities back into my life. Not only do I need to go to work and earn the money, I need to work to bring these things back in. I can't just sit there today and go, right, okay, tomorrow I'm going to paint a painting. No, I need to do it bit by bit. I need to do it in layers, and I need to introduce these things slowly, and I need to not run before I can walk. Reading. I was an avid reader, and I have a library. So I have converted 2 walls in my living room into a library, floor to ceiling bookshelves. And I've read none of those books. So I was buying books for the past 2 years, and I have not opened them, and I'm now out of space. I would need to buy more shelves to buy more. So I need to read 1 book a week, and I'm not allowed to buy a new book until I've read an existing one. And you know what? If I read that book and it's not very good, get rid of it. Like, resell it on. Someone else will want it. Someone else will enjoy it. But I need to read the books that I have, and I need to really collate the library that I do have more. So now we come to selling. I need to sell things that no longer serve me and add mess to my life. I have stuff. I made allusions to this several times in several other videos. I have stuff from work that I no longer keep. I've got things that I have outgrown, both physically, literally, and mentally. I have got spaces in my house which are just basically glorified spaces, or glorified storage, or workrooms. I have aspects of things that I need to decide that I am definitely keeping, and things that I'm definitely leaving, and it is money that is better put in my pocket for me to then decide whether I'm going to save it or pay off debt with it, because that is what it is there for. And I need to not be sentimental. I can't sit there and go, oh my gosh, this one item, it was this thing on a thing. No. If I'm not using it, if I haven't opened it, if I haven't used it, if I haven't read it, if I haven't watched it in over a year, it is going. I am destashing, and I'm going to have to destash hard, because not only from the practical aspects of I want my house for me, not for a business and in a career that I used to have. In 18 months' time, I may not be in this house, and I do not want to be packing up this stuff and taking it with me. It needs to be gone. In 18 months' time, if I stay, fantastic. I have my house. In 18 months' time, if I need to move, then I know I'm only moving with things that serve me in my life. So things are getting sold this year. Health. I've mentioned it already. I need to start my weight loss journey. It's not going to be something that's going to form a core integral part of this channel. The only thing you will see in regards to that is when I start the weight loss tracker savings goal, you'll obviously see what I'm saving in relation to what I have lost, because I will be saving £5 for every pound of weight lost. I'm not due to start that yet. I will eat the food that I have in the house first, rather than it all going to waste. But I need to work and start the weight loss journey. There's no fixed end date in mind. I'm not sitting here going, today I want to have lost X amount in X months' time or X years' time. I will get there when I get there, but I will do it in a healthy and sustainable way. And I will bring in things like healthy routines and activities, my hiking and my fitness, and everything that I used to enjoy that helped men, that nothing else. Like I had stamina, I had strength. Like, I have a lung condition, but my lungs were fine. I could go and do things that I can't do presently, and it's contributed to things like unhealthy nails. I don't have, I'll be completely real, I don't have the best skincare routine. I have products that I use, and you'll have seen that through my what I got for Christmas video. You know, I have lovely products that I can use, but I would go to sleep and sleep longer for 10 minutes than, you know, do a facial cleanse in the morning or in the evening, for example. And that's because I'm not getting enough sleep. So my sleep routine is awful. My fitness routine is awful. My eating is less than stellar. And I like cooking and I like baking and I can do those things. And I like experimenting with healthy recipes. And I have slow cookers, and I can make the time if I don't wear myself out so much. And I'm probably wearing myself out because I'm not healthy. I need to take the temptation of sitting in front of the telly on the sofa away, and I need to actually give that half an hour to something else. I'm returning to hiking again. This is probably not going to be something that I start until March. I may try and do some small local ones in the meantime, but we are due a batch of really bad weather in January and February where I live. Pretty much every year that happens without fail, and the light is not ideal for long form hikes. So that is coming into my life. In terms of my money, now this is something that's going to be constantly evolving and constantly changing, and that forms part of it. Evaluating my goals monthly and weekly and changing them if necessary to get it to work. Not sitting here feeling like, because I have committed in a video that I'm going to do one thing, therefore if I find 2 days down the line that it's not working, I need to change it and not try and persistently stick at it. And if that means that I don't tell you guys until after, or I film another video being like, the one you've just watched, yeah, just ignore it, like it's not valid anymore. I just need to go ahead and do that, because there were a couple of times this most recent quarter of September to December where I found myself a little bit stuck in a rut of my own making, and continuing weekly check-ins and budgeting if necessary. Now, if my schedule is jam-packed, I may not get a chance to film that, and it may be that I have to change the structure of what I am filming and what I am revealing when, because I want to make sure that actually the time I have is really evenly split. But we will see. Absolutely, we will see. What I would really love to be able to do is give up the Sunday retail job and know that I have something which is a like-for-like replacement there and in place financially, because that would give me an extra day back, and that would make a huge impact on the fact that at the minute I've got at least an hour's commute each day, Monday to Friday, 5 times a week, and I am working for most of the day on a Sunday, which only really leaves me Saturdays if I want to do anything socially, and then the evenings when I get in from work. And if I've had a really awful commute, I don't want to be doing anything other than resting. And then finally build back in my healthy routines and my support system going forward. I've let my support system go slightly. The healthy routines have completely gone and disappeared. And I'm not ragging on myself and getting myself down. It is just a thing. It happened. Life happened, things happened. This was pre-pandemic, so I can't even say, oh, the 2 years pandemic, blah blah blah, being in lockdowns. No, if I'm honest with myself, I let these things start to go in 2019, and I would say that the pandemic compounded those issues. And then the survival mode that I feel like I've been in ever since then hasn't helped, and it has very much felt like I've been in survival mode for 2 years, and not good survival mode either. So it's okay. If that's the state of preparedness that I need to be in, then that's absolutely fine. But it needs to be survival mode in terms of money and food and well-being and health, rather than anything else. Has anyone ever seen Zombieland? And in the intro where he's talking about the zombie apocalypse, and there's that clip and he's narrating it, and he's like, the asthmatics and the obese people went first. Hi. Hello, that's me. That's the bad level of survival mode I've been in for probably 3 years, and that's the best analogy that I can find. Was the person in that scene, the asthmatic obese person in that scene, frantically running away from a running zombie who's gonna get you, and it's just an absolute exercise in failure. And that's been me. And I as soon as I saw that scene, I was like, oh, that's me. But that has been me. I am the obese asthmatic in Zombieland who's going to get gotten by the zombies first if I don't sort myself out in this theoretical financial zombie apocalypse that apparently exists in my brain. That was a really weird segue. I am so sorry. But if you got the reference, please put a thumbs up in the chat if you got the reference. And I know it's not just me. But this is my set of goals for 2023. These are my overall life goals. Financial ones will come in quarterly. I will do my quarterly intentions for you. Those are going to be based out of my budget planner workbook. So you'll see that in a separate video. But I just wanted to do an overview of what is informing my weekly, monthly and quarterly goals for this year. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. It's been quite a strange one actually for me to film. feeling quite vulnerable. Not in like a bad, sad way. I'm going to like definitely inhale this coffee a little bit more. But yeah, that was made me feel all the feels, interestingly enough. So I'm now going to go have the coffee, probably inhale some more Christmas chocolate. And yeah, I know that's not a healthy thing, guys, but like I need to eat it, otherwise I've wasted the money on it. So I'm going to go feel all the feels and eat all of the chocolate and cuddle the cat, and I'm going to see you in another video. I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting and subscribing and all of that YouTube jazz that we seem to get you to do. I'm on the road now for 1k, so if I can get to 1k by my birthday, which is March the 25th, 2023, I will be absolutely over the moon. So if you have watched and you haven't subscribed, please, if you could do that, that would be absolutely lovely. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.